on my C8 to see what's going on with the repair work from when I hit a big piece of road filth about 2 weeks ago. You guys wonder why I call the streets of Cleveland filthy. Just hit a piece of road debris, destroyed my beautiful carbon fiber front splitter. But the good news is that now you can really see that this is pure 100% man-made carbon fiber. As you see, the fiber right there is exposed. It also shattered my beautiful Pirelli P0 tire, and I really hope it didn't do any damage to my Vossen wheel. But that remains to be seen as he prepares to get this thing towed to Tim Lally Chevy to get it repaired. And it has to be repaired quickly because I got a big car meet and some other cool stuff going on in Charlotte, North Carolina, April 3rd and 4th. So let's hope this thing is repaired and back on the filthy streets before then. It's a sad, sad day. I really hope that they are getting the quote together and we can get the parts needed to repair this thing, because the weather's getting nice and I want to put it back on the road. I want this thing back on the road ASAP. Yeah, I mean, riding the H2 is a lot of fun because, you know, it's Kawasaki and all, but there's something about being in the C8 Corvette with the top off, the weather's nice, it just makes that thing so amazing. So right over there is Tim Lally Chevy. We're going to see what the hell those guys are talking about. So it turns out that I thought it was just a tire that I needed, but actually my rim was bent. Come inside, I'll show you the bent rim. But I had to put the stock, what do these called, Anthony? Carbon flash?
Trident black.
Trident black, yeah.
Yep.
So I gotta put the filter Trident black stock wheels back on. See how much narrow they are to my Vossen wheels. This is the front wheel, it's a 19. My Vossens are 20 in the front, 21s in the back. But I gotta put these back on until my good friends at Vossen can send me a replacement wheel. They say it'll take 6 weeks. But here it is. Here's the front wheel that's severely bent. I tried to take it to a place where they could fix it, and they told me it's so severely bent that it can't be fixed. Saw the rock chip from earlier. It's been replaced, it's a brand new unit. Original GM parts, 5VM. And we're gonna get the side ones replaced too, because there's some minor damage to those, but we'll get those replaced. And there's some damage underneath the vehicle from when that object was rolling around under the car. They're gonna replace that too, and then I'll come back and pick it up and we'll be all set. So stay tuned. Thank you, tough guy. Man, this thing's fast. That was a third gear pull, and for the average person that I race, I could probably start in third gear on their ass without a problem. Wow. Brutal power now from this engine. You know, the beauty of it too is that it's really smooth. It's not jerky. Look at my hand on the throttle. Not jerky at all. It's just amazing. I want to do a couple more test hits, and then I want to jump on my BMW HP4, which has about 150 horsepower less than this one. See what I can do with that. this 200 mile an hour really quick. I'm gonna hook my draggy up to the bike so you all can experience this with me, but it's amazing the brutal acceleration that this machine has now. No wheel spin because of my weight, because of the suspension set up. Second gear pull, you can hit that throttle and go. I'm not sure if I will even need to start in first gear against people when I race them on this bike, because second gear is just so brutal. Okay, wow, that was quite a bit, and it takes a lot of getting used to. So it's a good thing I'm out on this private road doing my testing before I start to single out some of the other Ninja H2 owners and put them to sleep. Starting with my good buddy Detective Vic Mackey from the 864 Fast Boys, and moving on to Envy the King, who I'm going to turn into an Envy Princess when I'm done with him. Then I'll go to Joe STI, who I will demote to Joe VW Beetle, and so forth. So what's it like riding this super fast 350 horsepower Kawasaki Ninja H2? It's amazing. It's really amazing. I mean, at first, before this bike was tuned, the throttle sucked. It was so choppy. It was just nonsense, rubbish. Can hardly control the machine. But now that Jamie has put his efforts into tuning this machine, this thing has one of the smoothest throttles out of all my motorcycles. Right up there with the Aprilia and with the Pininfarina V4R and the HP4, which I'm about to jump on right now, just to kind of give a change of pace sort of riding review of both these machines. But this thing's just amazing. I can't wait to actually do some smackdowns versus people of my size on this awesome machine. I think it's going to be really epic. Crazy on like every single road every time I ride this thing, because as you guys may or may not know, this is a very bumpy road, and I'm approaching a railroad track that is just horrible. When I'm in my C8 Corvette, I gotta come to a complete stop, otherwise we'd go darn near airborne on this filthy railroad track. But this bike is so powerful that even with its Roaring Toys 5-inch over extended swing arm, if I hit some sort of road debris or dip in the road or something crazy, when I'm trying to hit it, this thing will spin clear out of control. But aside from that, it's such a joy to ride this bike. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. Maybe it's because I haven't ridden it in about a year, but I don't remember my bike being like this before Jeremy worked his magic on it this last time. Well, I can certainly tell you it wasn't as nice as this, because it wouldn't even start pretty much because of the charging issue that the bike had. But now that's fixed as well. Okay, so I jumped off the Ninja H2. I'm on the HP4. What a different machine. Now, the first thing you'll notice, oh wow, I mean, this thing's fast too. It's got a crisp throttle, but the first thing I noticed is that for me, the H2 is a more comfortable bike. I guess it's because it's a larger bike and I'm a large person. This thing is a bit narrow for my big arse. But the trade-off is that you don't have that explosive power that you get from the Ninja H2. And for guys like us, we love that power. Yeah, once you get used to supercharged power, you really don't want to live without it. I mean, I can kick down the second gear on the H2 and just annihilate this road. But since this bike is lowered, it takes off pretty nicely too. There's something special about this 7-year-old motorcycle and the way that it performs. I mean, this bike was ahead of its time in 2013. BMW HP4, the first road-going motorcycle with dynamic damping control, suspension, was great. It was really phenomenal. And even though it's lowered, 1 inch, it still handles great. You know? Sounds great, looks great, the styling is really timeless. This motorcycle came with blue forged BMW HP wheels. Swapped those out for the Rotobox Boost carbon fiber wheels, which to me look great. Complements the rest of the carbon fiber that's on this gorgeous machine. But you know, you can't go wrong with either set of wheels. If you still had the blue wheels, they look great too. Heated grips, two levels of heat. It's amazing. A really fantastic motorcycle. What I like about it too is back then in 2013, the gauge cluster was slightly different than the S1000RR with the blue needle and HP4 inscribed on the tachometer. Kind of separated this bike, that in the colorway, and if you got the competition edition, all of the additional carbon fiber parts, Gillies tooling, rear sets and levers made this machine really fantastic. You didn't see too many of them on the road either. I think I was the only one in Cleveland that had one. Another one of my good buddies, James Jones, had one. But aside from that, you didn't see these bikes on the road very often at all. And now to this day, it's almost like it's a collector's motorcycle. People pay top dollar for the 2013-14 BMW HP4. And it's amazing. Alpha Racing auto blipper, which I use all the time. Why not? Heck, they're going to be putting auto blippers on Groms next. But as you can see, the bike still corners, likes to corner. Lowering a motorcycle 1 inch doesn't affect the handling all that much, you scaredy cats. And it makes the bike look great. It really does. And for straight line racing, second gear pulls, much better with a lower machine. So there you go. That was my comparison today. For my brutally Kawasaki Ninja H2 with 350 confirmed horsepower at the rear wheel, to the BMW HP4, the timeless machine with 21,700 miles on the odometer. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, tap that bell, and you'll get notified when new content is uploaded. Yeah, we got some fantastic roads here in Northeast Ohio to cruise on our awesome motorcycles. Stay tuned for more content because we're going to do a lot more. Oh yeah, auto blipper. Sounds great. Alright folks, I'll catch you next time on the 650 Eve YouTube channel. You guys stay safe.